Hello and welcome to my next video on my YouTube channel, Natural Harmony with Lorelei. I hope you're having a great day today. Um, I'm having sure a good time here in the piece of nature where I am at this moment, even though the sun is it's not it's not shining, it's not coming through anyhow. But nevertheless, it's still nice. I must say I left the house and I was convinced I had my umbrella in the car, so I stepped out of the car when I arrived here, and of course it was raining a little bit. No problem. I also like that. It's nature in its fullest. But what I wanted to talk with you about today on my walk and talk here is the fact that I it annoys me sometimes that people judge you on what they think you're doing or what they see you doing or by the little job what you're doing or things like that. Um, what I refer to is like I have a part-time job which is not all of me, is not really who I am, and there's reasons why I do it. And of course, it is connected with me. What I'm doing, the part time job that I don't like but I still do, is still connected with me, but not in a way that I'm being judged for or how can I say it, looked upon for, or like, I know, I put in a box like, oh, she's doing that, so she's that. And far from it, because those people have no clue that I'm actually standing here and having a YouTube channel or just started it. I'm proud of it. I love it, and it's much more what I am and who I feel I am than what my part-time job is. So yes, I don't know if you can refer to that, if you have ever done that, or if people are judging you for what you're doing. People don't judge you for who you are. They think it's all the same. It's both the same, but it's not. It's connected, but it's not. And yes, I'm gonna talk with you about this. Whilst I before I'm gonna how do you say this now? I stumble over this sentence every time. I'm going to flip the screen. Yes, that's the one. I'm sorry, English is not my mother tongue, as you probably already noticed. So forgive me. I make some mistakes. I stumble over my words sometimes. But still, I hope you can get the gist of what I'm saying, and somehow it relates to you. And even though it starts to rain again now, no problem. I'm becoming a diehard YouTuber here. So I'll see you on the other side of the screen. So here I am on the other side of the screen. I'm going to show you a little bit the nature where I am at this moment. Today I'm again in the hayland, and it's still a little bit in bloom, as you can probably see. Let me show you this one. This one is still very purple. Isn't it beautiful? And I'm so lucky that this is all in a few kilometers or miles, how you want to call it, away from where I live. So yeah, I'm very happy with that. It's very nice to go over here and relax and clear my mind and things like that. I love it. I do. And I hope you enjoy it too, where I'm showing it. But as I said, what I also wanted to talk with you about was that it annoys me sometimes that people just take you constantly for not for who you are, but for what they think you are, and because they see you doing certain things and they hear you doing certain things. And of course, I understand that nobody can go deep into checking out of who somebody really is deep down inside. I mean, you can't do that with just people you just are just acquaintances, or you meet in between, or quickly on somewhere, in a shop or other occasions. I understand you can't go deep into how somebody really is all the time, but you can see that people are very quickly to judge. And before I used to it used to annoy me in that sense. For I was feeling disappointed myself, and I thought, well, somehow along the line they're right, because I shouldn't be doing this, and they shouldn't be seeing me doing this, and jobs that little jobs that I had to do to survive after my divorce, and it annoyed me. But it also came from the part that I didn't want to acknowledge to myself that I actually came to this situation. I was in a financially bad situation after my divorce. We used to have our own company and stuff like that, and I had my horses and my big house and all the rest of it. It was great. It was wonderful. I enjoyed it. But yeah, still it didn't work out. So that's what it is. But I'm not here to talk about my divorce, but the consequences that you have to do sometimes, things that you don't really want to do, that you shouldn't be doing. Probably, I almost would dare to say, and and I have to keep saying to myself, well, this is not who I am. This is what I have to do for the moment to build a life for me and my children, and I should be proud of myself and not trying to hide it. I think, and I learned I learned how to get over that. I learned not to defend myself or to talk myself down anymore. I said, no, I'm doing this, and I'm proud of myself that I'm doing it because I am doing it. And I know many people stay in situations because they are afraid of what the financial consequences might be, and they're right. They're right, but um, after all, everything I do now is because of what I did, what I earned, and what I'm doing. But yet again, it is not all of me. I mean to say, it's not really all of who I am. It shapes our life at the moment, but my daily habits or my other things that I like to do, and what I'm aiming for, and what I'm learning for, and what I try to accomplish is but they are part of my much bigger picture, and not everybody has to know that. I realize that, but it's also that you have to say it to yourself, because my inner me sometimes got lost a little bit because of it, and I started almost to believe like, oh, I'm never going to get out of this particular thing, and is this what I'm going to have to keep doing now for the rest of my life? But then you're coming into the area, I think, of mindset, and then you quickly have to get out of a negative mindset. I think you can be realistic, as some people say, but I like to look forward to something, to a spark that brings me closer again to being who I am, and yeah, which would make me much happier in that respect. So I believe that your identity isn't fixed by all what you accomplish. It's more than that. It's not just that, and but then you also have to feel it inside of you, because if you don't feel it that way, it isn't. And I believe there's a lot of those external pressures, expectations, comparisons that can really, how can I say it? They bring you down if you're not in the right mindset. And I do feel, when I feel off track, so to speak, it's a nice way of putting it, off track, because I'm definitely off track here now. But it's so beautiful. I just want to can't get enough of showing you this. I hope you appreciate it. I appreciate what I'm showing you here. But as I said, when I feel off track, it's usually because I'm trying to meet somebody else's idea of who I am, or I try to escape from that. And but I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to prove them wrong, or try to make moves or do things what makes those other people think, oh no, she's not that, because they have a fixed mind. Most of the people have a fixed mind, and you can't do nothing about that. And the biggest thing for me, is the most important thing rather, is that I don't believe in what they believe about me. I think that's a strong one. I hope you can follow my chain of thought here. And I don't know if you have made moves, side moves, actions, have taken actions that are not really aligned with who you are, and definitely not all of who you are, but still you have to do it. And it can be tricky. It can affect well, it can depress you sometimes. Let me just say it bluntly like that. And I believe we all have to stay aware of the vision, of our own vision of who we are, and who we want to become, and want to be. Not become so much, but be. I don't know if that it connects. It's connected, but as we said already, it's not all of it if you do things that are not really what you want to do. So stay aware, I believe, of your own vision of who you want to be and who you are. So to bridge that gap, um, between those things you have to do, your daily actions, and your deeper truth and desire, and your deeper who you are, who you really are deep down inside, it does take some courage, and takes a lot of effort to keep going for that, to keep believing in that. Okay, I have to make a little step up here, right? Oh, this is nice, isn't it? I love the quietness, the stillness. Something else I learned about myself, the stillness is, it can also show you who you are. The stillness, because it confronts you with yourself. The stillness here, I believe sometimes it does more for me than what a mirror can do. It's quite philosophical, isn't it? But it's still how I think about this. And I believe that when it comes to being who you are, and whether other people see it or not, have to keep believing in it. And every small conscious choice you make, it matters, because at the end of the day, those small choices I learned, they start to align more with who I am. And well, hence my expression of natural harmony. That's why I called my channel Natural Harmony, because alignment is a great word, but I love the word natural harmony. I hope you can, maybe you find it too. I love this. So living in your natural harmony, I think, is a continuous journey. It's a daily effort, and you can't stop doing that. You can't stay in your natural harmony, because you will get off track, and you have to start a little bit over again from where you left off. So you might as well just train yourself to be aware of it every day, and after a while it becomes fun. Actually, it's a little game that I'm playing with myself as well. It's like, you test yourself, you question yourself, you question certain things you see. I'm not judging other people, but to be honest, I think sometimes I do, and but not out loud. I just do it to really see things into perspective, and yes, it helps me to keep a little bit of a healthy mindset towards myself. That cloud promises it's going to give me some rain, I believe. And since I left my umbrella in the car, oh no, I'm not in the car, rather, I forgot it and I thought it was in the car, but it's not. I think I might be heading back for the car a little bit. But I want to tell you still, so today I remind myself, and perhaps you, and perhaps you want to do it yourself as well daily. I remind myself of that what I do is not all of me, and that's just where it's at, and there is more beneath, and more evolving, and more worth honoring than what meets the eye, and what people may see me do, and what I see myself sometimes doing. And there's a lot more. Okay, there, I stumbled over there, so I think you saw it on the camera. But so I hope you can take a moment to check in with yourself. I hope you want to do that. If not, then I hope you just enjoyed the nature what I'm showing you. But if you do take a moment to check in with yourself, I mean, are your daily things, habits, work, movements coming slowly but surely closer to the person who you really are, and who you want to become even more? So I would love for you to comment on that, and show me your insights, give them your opinions, your comments, because I'm sure there must be a lot of other people that are dealing with the same thing, and it's hard to it's sometimes hard to keep your mindset straight, and to keep knowing this is not all of me, but I'm getting there, and live a life that will be all of me, and live in my natural harmony. So I hope to hear you, or to see your reflections, and to your comments below the video. And in the meantime, I wish you a very nice day, and I hope you take care of yourself, really take good care of yourself and your loved ones. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.